Yeah. All right. So we are back for round two of our podcast because unfortunately, if you're on YouTube right now, it's split in half. Hopefully, if you're on Spotify and all of our other podcast outlets, it's all in one, but yet to be determined. But Travi, now we are talking about basketball.
Yes,
And
sir.
one sellout named Kevin Durant has listed the two teams that he wants to go to, and the Heat and the Suns. But yet, we have multiple teams that are lurking in the distance, and teams like the Raptors, and even teams like the Jazz, who just let off a whole bunch of cap room and let go of Rudy Gobert. Um, this is one of your favorite players, bro. I really have been excited to talk to you about this. Do you want to continue the tag of him being a sellout, or are you going to just label KD as a fun-loving guy chasing the championship?
I have always said he's one of my favorite players. I don't care what the fuck he does to sell out. He can come. I said that when he went to the Warriors. I said, hell yeah, he's gonna win a championship now. I don't give a fuck about that
Danny
stuff.
fucked me on a back-to-back.
I don't give a fuck about that stuff. I don't care that LeBron went to Miami. Does it tarnish our legacy? Yeah, totally.
Oh, his legacy's fucked.
But like, if I was trying to win a championship, I'd have went to those 72-10 or 73-9 Warriors too. Shit, I'm trying to make that money, bro.
But do you think it's kind of crazy that like it's been talked about all over everything with the players makers radio, whatever the fuck it is, the ball is life, whatever the fuck it is, just all over all the social media. Um, this guy really sold out. He came to Brooklyn saying he wanted to do something. He wanted to show that he was the guy. And then at the end of the day, he begged to have DeAndre Jordan come to this team, get $40 million, begged to have Kyrie come to this team, begged to have James Harden come to this team, and even help them find a suitor that was going to help them in the end with all their draft picks. I mean, Philly doesn't have draft picks forever, but Brooklyn does now, and they're trying to add to it. But like, he really hasn't done anything in his whole career besides the first 6 years with Seattle and Oklahoma City to help his legacy. I mean, this was where he wanted to rebuild, bro. This is where he wanted to come
man.
What do you mean he tried?
He tried.
No, this would be the year where he tried. This would be the year.
No, the first 2 years that he tried when Kyrie played like 11 fucking games.
No, they just went and got O'Neal. They just went. The moves they are making in this offseason is a team that keeps wanting to contribute, a team that wants to play for playoff spots. This isn't a team that wants to rebuild. So if he wanted to try, he could continue. The motherfucker has 3 more years on his contract, bro.
Yeah, and they don't have to do shit with him. Listen,
but they're trying. They got Royce.
Then tell him you're not getting traded. Come play and see what he does. Like, to ask for a trade's not getting a sellout. He hasn't done anything like AD did, in my opinion. He hasn't come out here and just been like, you better fucking trade me or else I'm gonna burn your house down or whatever the fuck. I don't know what AD did, but putting some bad light on AD's name right now.
The only thing AD's did was say, I'm 22 years old. I just got injured. I'm not coming back in there for less than what I deserve, and went to LA and got paid. New Orleans wasn't willing to give him the max contract because he got injured. Because
KD isn't getting the Clippers to pay his medical bills so that he can just go sign somewhere else after his contract's over, like Kawhi's going to do.
Yeah, but KD promised you that he was going to love you until the end of the world. He was going to marry you. He's never going to fuck you over.
That is not what he promised.
That is exactly what he promised. He told you he was going to come build up.
KD did try to build up.
He did?
Yeah, and his boy played 40 games in 3 years or whatever the fuck Kyrie did.
Yeah, he has 2 years left before his option. Why is he leaving? Why is he giving the only 2 teams he wants to go to are the number 1 seeds on each fucking side?
The shit didn't work, dog.
What? It didn't work? It didn't work for 1 fucking year.
It didn't work for 3 years. What are you talking about?
In Brooklyn?
Yeah.
He played for 1 year. He sat out the first year.
Right.
So it didn't work for 1 year.
And it's not working again.
It could. If Kevin Durant's the man, Patty Mills can do it.
Like, Kevin Durant is the man. Kevin Durant was a half a millimeter away from winning the NBA title last year with his bum-ass team.
How did OKC do against the Heatles?
How did LeBron do against the fucking Mavericks, who are not the Heatles?
Hey,
Get the
they
fuck
were the
out of
Heatles.
here.
They were the Heatles, and fuck that team. I'm right there with you.
I'm just
That team
saying,
wasn't
like,
shit.
KD
But
was
no, it's the
literally
same shit.
if KD's toe is an inch farther back, we are
the
not having
whole
this
script,
conversation
absolutely.
because the fucking Brooklyn Nets won. So how
But,
is
hey,
KD?
but listen,
how did
I
it not work?
guarantee
Then?
you, I guarantee you, if they would have ran the Eastern Conference fucking playoffs in the finals, the Warriors still would have fucked.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like the Warriors would have.
The Warriors would have beat the Bucks if they would have made it out.
Absolutely. Like there was nobody in the East.
Why
that
does so
beat
that would make Giannis? So
Warriors.
Giannis sucks now. Giannis
No,
is fucking trash.
No, but that would have
He's-
showed
he's
that would have
so
showed
bad.
that Durant is a fucking bitch.
How?
If-
How would that have shown that one team fucking wins the championship every year? One team wins the fucking championship every year.
It was that long. And he would have went to the finals because we all can agree they would have went to the finals.
Yeah,
right?
and you think the Suns would have stopped them?
No, but the Warriors would have.
No, last year, motherfucker, when he hit the three or thought he hit a three, it turned out to be a two, and they ended up losing. That was when the Bucks beat the Suns in the championship.
True. Yeah, they would have beat the Bucks, and they would have fucked the Suns.
I think so too. And then
It-
KD
and
would be the hero that
It would,
Brooklyn
yeah,
always wanted.
and then everything this year, James, like everything, like the whole NBA history for the next 5 years would have changed at that point in time
So why does that make KD a bum?
because it didn't happen. He's saying maybe I can get more help if I'm with the number one seeds in each
Hell
conference
yeah.
and
That's
the
what I'd be
Western
saying
Conference.
too. Shit.
Yeah, but Travi,
He's like 40. Well, he's actually only 35, but he looks 40 years old.
Travi, the league I'm in right now, I am begging the Spurs owner to draft me next year because they're 3-0. All right,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
down with that.
So
But
are you a
guess
bum?
what?
You
No,
sell
but
out?
guess what? Guess what? I'm not a fucking 35 point a game average scorer.
Well, if you were,
I'm-
the Spurs would probably draft you. next
I'm not
year.
the reason Seattle was crying and hating Oklahoma City because they fucked it up. Like that was all on him. He left. He decided to leave to go to the Warriors.
He
OKC
okay.
fucked it up.
Every decision that he made, though, makes sense. He left, and you saw
For you,
why he
for
left.
you.
Because Russell Westbrook is straight trash.
Bitch, I'm a Cavs fan. It doesn't make sense to me. No, it will never. No. Stay with your team. Stay with Seattle. At the end of the day, you literally fucked up your fucking series and you lost to the team that you really went to. No, you come back next year. You tell them, listen, we don't have James anymore. He's in Houston. Me and fucking Russ aren't going to be able to get it done. Bro, they had a light-skinned motherfucker. I forget his name right now. God damn it. I had it
Roberson?
earlier when I was talking shit. Yeah. Andre Roberson or whatever his name was.
Yeah,
But he was their third best scorer on that team after James Harden left.
yeah.
That can't happen. And then
Yeah,
all of a
I
sudden,
agree.
Steve Adams comes out of nowheres, and he's supposed to be the third guy right before Kevin Durant leaves. He knew. No, you guys literally gave up the sixth man of the year that could have been an MVP to come for nothing. They literally sent him to Houston for a pack of fucking potatoes. Like, if
Yeah.
I'm Kevin Durant, I'm doing the same thing too. But I am not going to the team that just fucking came back
No.
to beat me.
So the problem, here's the
Not
real
happening.
problem with Kevin Durant. Here's the real problem with Kevin Durant
Not happening.
is he doesn't just say, fuck you. This is my life. This is what I'm doing. Because that's basically what LeBron said. LeBron went to Miami. He had haters and he said, count them rings, bitches. That's basically what he said. And he went back to Cleveland and tried to like fix everything, which I guess he did with
He
one
did.
championship.
He did.
And then he said, all right, I counted the rings. Now I'm going to LA and I don't care if I have haters.
And that's when he lost it again.
KD goes places and expects the world to love him. The world's not
But
going to love you, dude. Just be like,
KD
yo, that's my shit.
KD grew up in Maryland. KD didn't go to the fucking Wizards and win them a championship. LeBron came back. That's why I tell you all the time, bro, I appreciate you. I will never forget that night dropping to the floor, crying my eyes out, thanking you for coming back. But at the end of the day, you went to the Lakers so you can suck my dick from the motherfucking back, bro. Kevin Durant will never do that for the Wizards. They will, even though Bradley Beal just fucking opted into his
He
contract.
could get them to the same spot that the Nets are at if he went there.
Exactly. But he will never do that for the fucking place that built him. That's what LeBron did. He came back in 2016 and won us a championship. That's why I still have the motherfucker's jersey. After I burned the last one, I said, if he gives me a chip, I won't burn this one. If you want to leave, you're good. Give me a goddamn championship.
Are there any kids from Phoenix that are any good at basketball? I don't think so. I don't think people play basketball in Phoenix because it's too hot out there to be playing an outdoor sport.
Yeah, you tell me, but it's like I'm excited as fuck for what the Cavs are about to do. We just got Darius Garland. We can move on to the goodness of
you got Isaiah Mobley.
We got Isaiah Mobley. We'll see what the fuck he does.
I get to watch him in summer league. I'll let you know.
But my favorite thing, there's two things about the Cavs this year since we're talking about basketball. Darius Garland is locked up for 5 more years. I am so happy that we have finally done that since Kyrie.
Right.
So people want to be like, oh yeah, that's what people know. Our first round draft picks end up like Colin Sexton right now. We're trying to figure out where we can trade him, where we can get some money off of him, what we can do. No, not with Darius Garland. He is the first person since Kyrie that we have drafted that we have extended in the first round. Cedi Osman, of course we're going to extend you, bro. Take this $2 million for 3 years. Duh. But these guys, like, we always let them go. So I am so fucking happy that Darius Garland got the bag. And I am so much more happy that Colin Sexton is on the trade block. Coming off of an injury, just like Ricky Rubio, and we just gave that motherfucker $36 million for the next 4 years. So Rubio is our guy for the second part. And if Colin's gone, which I've been, how long has it been, Travi? What, 8-9 months? Wanting to get him traded since we got Ricky Rubio? Get him the fuck out of here.
You wanted to get him traded since he was your draft pick, and I said he would win Rookie of the Year, and you were like,
he didn't. And he didn't.
I'm good with that shit.
Yeah. His expectation was almost longer than his little fucking
rat tail
in the back. But I am so happy that we're ready to get rid of him. And the Jazz are the best people to get him. And if there's any way we can get Jordan Clarkson back in a Cavs jersey, just a straight up for him in a second round pick, maybe next year, 2 years from now, I am so fucking down. The way Jordan Clarkson, 6th man of the year last year, just so you guys know. Whenever we won a championship, he was a fucking dog. He was in his prime. And that was 5 years ago, my guys. Like, and he's still doing the shit. So I am so down for that. You can take Colin Sexton, who literally can't have anybody do anything. Separate, isolate. That's not what the Cavs are about. And Jordan Clarkson will come in and do team ball. And the way the Jazz are going, they're ready to sell everybody. They got rid of Rudy Gobert. Like get Colin Sexton in there. Get rid of Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson. I'm down for that shit. I am so excited for that. And I really think that's something that could happen.
Yeah, it could. That'd be pretty dope. But like, what are you? So you guys are expecting to win? Like, is that what you're thinking this year, or what are you?
We're expecting to come second place in our division to the Bucks. I mean, we have the Bucks, we have the Bulls. The Bulls don't scare us at the end of the day. They didn't really scare us last year, but Cruz, who got injured, and everybody that came out really did work. And the Bulls were able to come up on us, and we got injured at the same time. We were bringing in Lamar Stevens, or whatever the fuck his name was. And we're doing all this and doing all that. And we're trying our best, but we got injured, COVID. This year, there's no COVID test. It's not happening. Right. It's back to NBA basketball. If you're not injured, you're playing. And I really have confidence in our team that we'll be able to get it done. Like, there's no way we're not going to the playoffs. Fuck a play-in tournament. Like, fuck that. We were on the grips on the midst of that last year.
Yeah.
And we barely missed it because of everybody getting injured. Evan Mobley, who was our fucking, like, yo, that really was a great fucking, like, everybody's looking around like, ha, that was the best goal. Look at Kevin Love coming out having 21 minutes, scoring 20 points every game. because this motherfucker's able to come in and fill a hole, and this bitch comes in hungry. Look at Lamar Stevens coming in for fucking Colin being injured. Look at Rubio coming in before he gets injured. Like everybody was just like we were eating, bro. It was exciting to watch. It was really fucking exciting to watch. And now this year, like it's NBA. There's no COVID. Like it's NBA basketball. We are fucking ready. We're ready to go. We got Rubio back. He's not going to be back for like 2 or 3 months at the start of the season. So I hope we're able to get it going. I don't know if we signed Rondo back for another year, but I'm really excited for Cavaliers basketball because we were this fucking close to making the playoffs when the year before my Boston Red Sox were in the same state, and we see how they are this year. So I'm hoping for something different, honestly. Like I'm really excited. We have a month and a half left of just baseball and NASCAR. So
well, what I'm excited about with the NBA is that James Jones is continuing the GM for the Suns, continuing to be that guy. And he has balls of steel. He had balls of steel when he was a player. He wasn't all that great. People like are making a lot of fun of him because he drafted Jalen Smith last year.
Yeah, but he wasn't there for the DeAndre Ayton over Luka Doncic. So
no, I know, but he drafted.
No, I want people to know.
And even then, that would be somewhat defensible. Jalen Smith getting picked, not defensible, and he's not on our team anymore. He's trash.
Ayton over Doncic is not defensible.
It is though. It is on draft night. It is. Greg Oden over Kevin Durant is not defensible. Because the dude had knees worse than mine and yours times 10.
I agree.
But yeah, I mean, in the career, yeah, you needed to take Luka. We both said it on the podcast, so we're right. We're on the right side of history with that. But anyways, picking Cam Johnson looked stupid, turned out to be good. Picking Jalen Smith, not good. But yeah, the Mikal Bridges,
bringing in about 3 spots too early.
Bringing in Campaign. Bringing in Bismack Biyombo, who we re-signed, was a huge pick. Bringing in JaVale McGee, he's doing all these things. Well, the biggest thing he might have done is played chicken with DeAndre Ayton. He said, "Yo, I don't think this man is worth what he thinks he's worth." And well, we offered 16 million as the like qualifying offer that you have to do. Moratorium's over, bro. That thing ended. And I don't see any other teams throwing out this contract at him yet. So every single day that goes by, our chicken game is winning because that $16 million contract, Ayton has to either pick that up if nobody offers, or he has to sit his ass at home on the couch watching TV next year. So far, James Jones playing chicken is working out real well for us.
Yeah, and the vet minimum is $2 million, and y'all signed Bismack Biyombo to 2.45. Yep. Y'all went over the vet minimum, knowing he would sign it. So I felt like that was a little bit to let DeAndre know, let the team know, let everybody know. If you guys are willing to put in the work, we're willing to pay you. Like we've talked about multiple times last year. Bismack went on a fucking roll. It didn't happen in the playoffs. He didn't get the minutes,
right?
Because until game 5, 6, whenever Ayton got set, but he didn't get the minutes. But he literally came out of nowhere and was the fantasy player for a couple of weeks.
A few weeks.
Yeah, like he was the guy that was getting sold for 2,500 and making 35, 40 points in fantasy.
So the best case scenario for me is either a sign and trade with Ayton that we don't have to lose Mikal Bridges. I don't know if that'll work out. We'll see. Or that all these other teams see what that is and they go, "Oh shit, he's not worth $38 million or whatever." And then if he picks up our $16 million option, then we can go grab other people and we will definitely be a destination.
I could see you guys trading out Mikal, DeAndre, and at least, you guys still have draft picks. You don't have a lot of draft picks.
We have all of our future draft picks. Our first round future draft.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't have a lot. You can't give up 3 first rounds, 2 second rounds, but you can always give up 3 first rounds, and you are willing, bro. If you can get Kevin Durant, that would be absolutely insane. And what you're trading out is nothing. Like you're getting rid of DeAndre Ayton, who you've already said is probably not going to be on this team next year.
I would trade DeAndre Ayton for Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. Just
That's
kidding. I
sad.
wouldn't do that.
But no, you're literally going to trade DeAndre Ayton to have Bismack Biyombo be y'all starting center. Like,
That's
and you're
fine with
down
me.
with that. JaVale McGee's
Yeah.
already on the Jazz. I think that's the team he signed with. But you're down with Bismack being there. As long as Kevin Durant's the 3,
Mhm.
Mikel's gone. Like, Mikel's gone. Sarge is gone. Like, you have to rely on that first team. Like, y'all have to put
AD
up
would play the
35.
4 though. Cam Johnson would be in there at the 3 probably.
Cam Johnson's going to play the second team. He's if
Then
Kevin
who's
Durant's
playing the
there,
4?
y'all have to sign somebody.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
there's
we have to sign somebody even if we don't get KD.
Yeah.
But
But I mean, if you sign we just got Robin. If you guys got Brooke Lopez, you could see
Brooks
him
not on
playing.
the market. He's locked down.
He is.
I think so. But yeah, we can go bring back Alex Lynn for all I care. We could do something. Just get somebody.
Yeah,
if
but
Dario Saric gets healthy.
But what you were able to
something.
do with Cam Johnson coming off of the bench, I mean, we both loved him on the starting lineup last year. We both loved him. But coming off the bench when Jay Crowder got back from injury, that was absolutely impeccable to you guys being able to come up to clinch the first round. Like the first round bye, get the first seed. That's what ended up happening. So if Cam can end up coming out to play like the backup role and not have to start, I think that'll help you guys out a lot. But that's hoping Kevin Durant ends up signing with you guys.
Well, the only issue with that, which the Suns is, for the record, I will say it's not an issue for the Suns because it's the Suns and we have no championships. But the only issue with that is that if you get Kevin Durant and you give up Mikal Bridges and DeAndre Ayton, your window is 2 years because they're going to be gone. And if you did not win, Booker's going to be gone too. Booker is going to demand a trade and say, I'm out too, y'all. Like, it's not worth it. You got to win.
I also feel like when Chris Paul came out and saying he's coming back for another year, that's literally like, this was supposed to be the year. This was supposed to be it. Like, you guys were supposed to go to the finals again. You guys were supposed to get it done. And for some reason, Dallas was able to come out and get it done. Like, it wasn't supposed to happen that way. So if you guys can get 1 year, like, sign Kevin Durant for 1 year of fucking $45 million.
Well, we'd have to take his trade. So he'd have 2 years. That's what I'm saying is like, we'd have to take his contract.
But that's going to happen. Like, if you guys want a championship, Chris Paul's done. Like, can you agree? Chris Paul is done.
That's why I'm saying, like, this is the window. But the problem, and
like,
that's why
we saw when he was injured
matter.
with his ankle. Like, we saw when he was injured with his ankle, and Campaign was out there, like, doing work. Like, you guys were able to get off a couple games, and when he came back, he got suspect. He got taken advantage of.
Well, that's why I said for the Suns, it doesn't matter because you have to win. The same reason Toronto got Kawhi. They don't care that it's a rental. They have to win because Toronto hadn't done it. We have not done anything. We lost in 6 games when we straight up dominated in 2 games. So, like, we've been to the finals 3 times and we've lost all 3 times. We have to win. So if you have to get Kevin Durant, if you have to draft Bronny James to try to get a 45-year-old LeBron or whatever the fuck he is, you do that if you're Phoenix, because Phoenix is not Miami. Miami doesn't have to do this win now shit and try to get Kevin Durant. And that's why I don't think a lot of the rumblings are there. I think as soon as Pat Riley heard bam, he goes, ha, okay, click, and hung that shit up. He's over it. He doesn't need to hear it. Phoenix needs to hear it. Tell us any name on the list except Devin Booker, and we'll bring in Kevin Durant. I just don't want to give up Mikal, but that's just me as a knowing that I'm going to be here when all the ships are gone in 6-7 years. I'd love to have Mikal still there, but if it gets us a chip, then I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are pretty much set up to be able to, like, at least compete for the next couple of years. And the way it's set up, like, whenever you get rid of Chris Paul next year, you guys have what, 2 first-round picks, I believe. So you guys are set up to be able to get a dynasty going without Chris Paul, but that's hoping Booker stays. And a lot of talk has been going on that he's not going to resign. But
he just re-signed through 2028. So
bam,
like
5 years Supermax, he's there. No, 4-year. I think he did the 4-year. No, he did 5 years.
It's a 4-year extension. So he already had 1 year left. So he tacked on like the max on.
So the 4-year Supermax, like, he's there. you guys really have to hope that you can get somebody like Kevin Durant in there, because after this year, if you don't get him, the Kevin Durant sweepstakes isn't going to go anywhere. Like, it's going to happen until the motherfucker retires.
Right.
Like, if the Heat get him next year, we all know the West is dominant. Like, it's dominant. They're going to probably win the championship. Whoever it is, whoever the fuck it is, it could be the Warriors. We could see the motherfuckers lose to the Celtics. Like, it's going to happen. So if it's the Heat that he goes to, he's probably going to lose another one. But I could definitely see him in the Celtics, or I could see him in the Suns. But at that point in time, Chris Paul is going to be gone. Campaign's probably going to be y'all's point guard, and you're going to have to do a lot more. So I don't know why you guys don't sell out right the fuck now.
I think we will. I think we're going to. I think we're trying to.
Well, so the Toronto's, like, the whole thing with them right now is just poker face. Give you what we're going to give you, the same way they did Kawhi. We're going to give you what we're going to give you, but this is it.
Once you run out of time, our offer will still be there, because this is what we're giving you.
Exactly. So that's what the Suns need to do, because that's all they really can do. You guys don't have the first round picks. That's already gone. You guys can give them a plethora for the next 5 years, but you have to give up Ayton. You have to give up Bridges.
Yeah.
And you have to talk Ayton into sign and trade.
Well, Ayton will definitely take the sign and trade if you say, hey, it's either that or you take 16 million.
Well, I mean, it's been a week now. So yeah.
No, but Brooklyn would have to offer. Brooklyn will offer whatever money or tell us to do it and blah, blah, blah. But like, he would definitely do that sign and trade if he had to.
Yes, I mean, they've talked about it on the mainstream. We've talked about it last week. It's going to take a big name. Like, we all know DeAndre Ayton isn't an all-star player, but it's coming out saying they want an all-star caliber player plus picks.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? No, who on the Heat is an all-star player?
Bam, and they're not going to get him.
They're not doing it.
Yeah,
they're not doing it. But Toronto, if they can get rid of Fred VanVleet or Pascal, that'll be crazy. OG?
Well, it would have to be Pascal. If they're not giving up Scotty, it would have to be Pascal, OG, and VanVleet and picks.
Yeah, they already said Scotty's not available, OG's not available, Pascal's not available. So I think you guys, if you look at what they did in Toronto when they got Kawhi, just sit steady, bro. Just chill. Let it be known we're here. Hey,
that's what it seems like James Jones is doing, and I love it. I want the staring contest as long as it goes. I keep refreshing my feed every fucking 10 minutes because I want to know, but I don't care if it takes like 14 days. Like you said, sit, wait, and let it happen. But we are running out of time again on stupid Zoom. We're going to tell people that they're stupid. Boo, Zoom.
Yeah, we got 6 minutes.
But I do want to get out of here. And of course, we have an ending. So you have the timer too, right? So let's keep it close. But real quick, the Celtics went in 24 hours from we don't need a point guard to getting Malcolm Brogdon. What do you think about that? Do you think that's a good pick? Or
it's great. It's absolutely amazing, because with that team, they realized, hey, Tatum, you're not the guy that can bring it down. You're going to get us fucking 15 turnovers a game.
Yep.
You're going to get us 45 turnovers a series. Brogdon, the thing that we know about this guy, he gets injured. But when he's on the court, he puts up buckets and he doesn't turn the ball over. He gets everybody assists. He always ends up with like 7-8 assists.
Yeah.
And
no turnovers, dude. He
doesn't 25, 30 points. I think his biggest turnover margin is like +3, which is great in the NBA. Like, absolutely great. And that's probably on a night where he had like 3 or 4 assists, 15 rebounds, and had turnovers like galore. Like, the kid's a small forward who plays point guard, who attacks the rim like a power forward. Like, Brogdon's the shit. He's going to be amazing for them. I feel bad for Devin White. I feel bad for Marcus Smart. Marcus has been that guy, but he's really, since 2018, he has legit felt that he was a piece to the puzzle, and he's going to have to sit down. It's not Danny Ainge anymore. Danny Ainge is with the Jazz.
Right.
It's not somebody who's used to that organization. It's a brand new face that he's having to deal with, and they're going to have to tell him, hey, this guy's more important than you. This motherfucker's been here for the last 5 years. Like, he's been on that team since 2018 when they thought they were going to beat the Cavs. Like, he really thinks that he's an intricate part to that team.
He's the defensive player of the year. He's
doing
what he can.
and they're literally gonna tell him he's better than you.
Yep.
Like,
Come off the bench, son.
you're gonna play 25 minutes a game. He's gonna play 40 minutes a game.
Mhm.
And I don't think that's gonna mix well. They're going to have to trade him before the season starts next year. He's gonna be traded. Like it's gonna happen. Devin White.
He's already congratulating his dudes that left. And
Exactly.
not, it wasn't in like a I hate the Celtics kind of way, but he was literally like, hey, I'm proud of Daniel Tice. I'm proud of these boys that are gone. I forget all the people that they traded away, but he's like, I still love all y'all guys. Like, he's already separating himself from the organization in a way that's like
And
he kind of knows what's happening.
That's like the way the new age NBA is. Like, everybody knows this is a business. Everybody
Yeah.
knows that we're out here to get money. But I don't think we all know Marcus Smart. We've all seen the bits and pieces that come out on ESPN and SI and Bleacher Report. Like, the guy really is full of himself a little bit. So the fact that he's going to be pushed to Devin White's role probably next year if he doesn't get traded, I'm here for it. So I'm excited. The Celtics are really going to be good.
Yeah, they are.
The fact that Jason Tatum isn't going to be suspect to 9 turnovers a game because he has to be the guy.
Right.
Malcolm Brogdon is what, 6'5", 6'4"?
He might be bigger. Yeah, like
He's
at least 6'5". Yeah,
he's a big dude, and he's going to be their point. Like, at the end of the day, I love the Cavs. I love the Cavs, but the Celtics are definitely going to be the team to beat in the East.
I agree. All right, so let's go ahead and get out of here. What sort of shout outs do we have? Of course, we want the continued shout out for Brittany Griner. She's now got Papa Biden on her side trying to help her out. So we'll see how that goes. But we really wish that she gets to come back home sooner rather than later.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's 4th of July weekend that happened this weekend. So I just want to celebrate America. Where I work, we are all Ukraine is heavy on our hearts with everything going on. But where I work on 4th of July, I had to work 10 hours on a 7-hour shift. And I had to have a 40 top. And they were waving the Ukraine flag and all this stuff. And I was like, wait, this is 4th of July. Like, I can understand you guys feeling a certain type of way, but this is our Independence Day. When's y'all's Independence Day? Like, I will show up waving my American flag. Like, that's cool. But like, it's 4th of July weekend coming off of last weekend. We had Memorial Day not too long ago. But like, this country might seem crazy. It might seem hectic. We might seem like we have a crazy mental dude in Joe Biden. We might have seemed like we have a racist dude in Trump back in the day. We might have seemed like we had a real one in Obama. We might have seemed like we had a fucking retard in Bush. And
Did
then
seem
his
that way
dad.
sometimes.
Yeah, but like, at the end of the day, it's America. So we have to be proud to be American at the end of the day. It seems like nowadays everybody looks for some kind of way out. Oh, well, I'm 30% European. No, like, we understand this is a melting pot. Like, at the end of the day, let's be Americans. Let's come together and let's stick together. And no matter what, like, let's just get it together. Let's be with each other. We're all one. 2 years ago, me and you were sitting here talking about how everybody wanted to be one. Nowadays, it seems like everybody wants to kind of get back on that divided side. Like, there's no way that should be happening, especially in this days America, the way everything's going on. We were just talking about, like, elementary school people, 4th of July, Chicago, outskirts, people dying still. Like, we all have to stay together. Like, we all have to stay together. We're all Americans. We're all studs. We're not scrubs. Let's stick together. Let's be one. God bless America.